people like Laura Ann Jones, councillors, MPs, members. Were they never absolute Conservatives, or is the party attractive to Conservatives? Because it seems to me you can't have it both ways.
Well, I think it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, right? I think where you've got a particular problem where I think some of the people that have gone, I would question their credentials, if I can be completely honest. The other thing I would think, and the self-reflection for us, is I do think we kind of lost our way, right, in government a little bit, particularly towards the end. And we started, and Kemi's talked about this, started to do things for an easy life that were not necessarily conservative in value or principle. And I think, when you don't have a set of guiding policies and particularly principles behind the decisions that you make, that is, I think, where you become unstuck and people struggle to define who you are and what you stand for. And I think that's a problem the current UK government is having, as you say, where they stood on a manifesto basically promising very little. The headline was change, but there was very little detail behind that, and yet have found a way to break manifesto promises despite not making any. It's really remarkable. But that's because there's no, in my view, guiding principle behind that government. And I think that's where Kemi's trying to position us, is as much as it is about policy, it is also about principle. Here is what it means to be a Conservative. Here is what we stand for. And I think authentic Conservatives will get behind that. And those that are a bit more fair weather probably will leave. And they won't be the last.